Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1964 Smith Corona Classic, also known as Smith Corona Classic 10. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Color is dawn gray, and the Classic 10 it just means the 10-inch carriage versus the 12-inch, which is the Classic 12. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that on 0, the right one around 75, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets it back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single. But if you want double, you just flip the switch back. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. I'm going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip it down to that red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. This is your all-American classic typewriter. The look of it, I really love that look. Just looks really clean. The print is perfect. Just really a reliable typewriter, fun to type on, easy to type on. To pull the page out easier, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers, allowing you to pull the page out easier. Load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. On the left side is the backspace. Very nice. Tab on the right side, we have tabs set on 10 space intervals. I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those. Tab, clear it. Right next to it, this is CL. And I should clear each one of those. I'm going to go through and test. So now we don't have any tabs set. I'm going to set one somewhere in the middle right there by hitting the set button. And you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. I just like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't slam all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. MR below that stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It allows you to go all the way to the end. That works good. We're going to move that color back to black for now. And that's it with the keyboard. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. It's actually pulling to the left right now. But if you flip this switch down above the backspace, it'll switch the direction. You switch it up, it'll switch to the left. Switch it down, it switches to the right. That's the direction we want it to pull. This is your touch control. The farther right you go with this, the less tension when you hit the keys. The farther left you go. Let's make sure that's correct. Yeah, the farther left you go, the more tension. So you do have to hit the keys a little bit harder for them to print, but they respond faster. So just play with that to gauge which you prefer when it comes to touch. Behind the knob, both sides have a carriage release. Super smooth. It's got the nice metal ones. These things don't break off like the newer models that have the hard plastic. And this knob actually broke, so I replaced it with a 3D printed one. Really nice. So you can, if you need one of these, check out my shop. If you can tell, really, there's grooves in there. It's really close to the original, and it's off-white, so it kind of matches the keys and the other knob. If you pull out this little lever here, it disables the spacing when you get to the, or it disables the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept on the inside. There's a lever that you can push down to disable the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And on the inside of the left platen is the page gauge. So when you're about to load a page, you want to set it to there. Right below the 11, there's a little line on the end side, a red line. And as you feed the page through, it'll warn you when you're getting close to the end of the page. That's 2 inches on the left there, you can see in red, and then 1.5, 1, and that's the end. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.